What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I got something pretty crazy behind me. This is a 2002 Suzuki GSX-R 750 motor in, I'm not sure what year, Yamaha Warrior frame. He found me here on YouTube, saw me doing that transmission in that stretched, I believe it was a 06 GSX-R 750. And he's like, man, it's the guy to take it to. This actually came from another shop out of St. Louis. They thought I was having a transmission problem, but I'll walk you through what I found out about what they thought the transmission problem was. I have been working on this thing off camera. I wasn't gonna do a video because I was trying to get it done quick, but I have been slammed. So I have already checked out the spark plugs. I've changed the injectors. I've checked fuel pressure on this thing. I've done a few other small odds and ends on it, but let's take a walk around it, get a good look at it, and I'll talk about it as we get a walk around. All right, guys, so like I was saying, basically I've already checked out the spark plugs. I've checked throttle body sync, fuel pressure on it, because it basically has an external fuel pump, but I believe this external fuel pump has gone bad. They have it hooked direct wire to a switch. It does have a code, excuse me, C41 for the fuel pump relay, but again, it's an 02 GSX-R 750 motor. He thought it was an 03, but in 03 they have a different TPS sensor. But again, this came from a shop in St. Louis. They thought it had a transmission problem, but the tail light works, brake lights work, the blinkers work, the horn works. I mean, it's got the headlight will work if you have it hooked up. These are things that are not hooked up that if you hook up, it'll work. I also already adjusted the secondary throttle valve. Of course, to do that, you got to go back here and jump the diag plug here. It's just two wires, just jump those two, and basically it'll set this to the parameter it needs to be so you can adjust these properly so it opens and closes. Biggest concern is the clearance here. They have an aftermarket Summit fuel pump regulator on it. To get this thing to actually idle, I had to turn the fuel pump way down. You could just smell how rich it was. It's absolutely crazy rich. So I was running it yesterday. I got a chance to ride it. Thing rips like nobody's mind if you can get it to take throttle. But once it did take throttle, the fuel pump is mounted back here. I'm not sure why my GoPro just shut off, but the fuel pump is mounted back here. And once I got to run and take throttle, it would run like a maniac. And then then I started losing, I believe, fuel pressure, because I could hear this thing starting to kind of lock up. It was getting crazy hot, really hot. This is just an inline fuel pump they had. So I just ran by the store and picked up a one for a Ford, another inline fuel pump. We're gonna stick that in here and see if that makes a difference. But talking about the transmission issues they were talking about, they thought it had a bent shift fork. So basically what I ran across, I got it, and it kind of ran when it first got here, but barely, had really bad gas in it. So basically what I found out here is that they don't have any of that other linkage on here for the rear set and all that. So basically it's a GP style shift. So instead of first gear being down, first gear is actually up and the rest are down. So mistake by the other shop, not realizing that when they got rid of all the rear sets, the knuckle, the linkage and all that, it actually changed the shift pattern to one up, what, five down? Yeah, one up, five down instead of one down, five up. So we got that problem solved. This guy's a little long. I may shorten it up, I may not, haven't decided on that yet, but basically he wants to be able to go out and just rip this thing through the neighborhood and cause terror. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna go ahead and throw a new fuel pump in this thing, check fuel pressure, fire this bad boy up and see if that cures the problem. All right, guys, so like I said, I went to the auto parts store. I got this from AutoZone. We looked it up for an inline fuel pump. It's got a minimum of 43 PSI. Like I said, I got a fuel pump regulator over here. I can turn up and down as I need to. I think this was like 60, 70 bucks. I don't remember the exact cost on it, but it was for a Ford, and it's pretty much the same setup as this other one here that was on there already. So if you can see, pretty much the same deal. Nothing really different besides up here in the front where we can change out the nipple on there to either the one that came with it or the one that came off of here. Let me grab the one that came off of here actually. So we have the one that came off, this guy here, or And this has got actually a rubber sleeve to go around the fuel pump, so that's going to be kind of nice. Or we can change it out to this guy right here. Doesn't really matter, either one works for me. I'm probably going to use a shorter one because you can see the back one is just a tad longer. We'll take that off. We'll make sure it's got Teflon tape on it on both sides, and then we'll go ahead and install it back down here. They did have it mounted right here with a U-style clamp, so we'll mount that right back here again, but we're going to make sure we put the rubber wrap around it this time. Throw this guy around there, and hopefully that'll help any vibration, and you know, we'll see if it heats up or not. We'll find out, but I'm going to run it on their external power source and see if that cures that problem. If it does, then what I'm going to do, I'm going to end up taking it and I'm going to hook it up to the proper wiring on this thing. That way when you turn the key on, it primes the fuel pump. Once it primes so high, it shuts itself off, and then when you start it up, the fuel pump starts up again instead of just running constantly, just yanking pressure on this thing. All right, got the fuel pump in. I use their wiring. Like I said, they have it hooked up to a flip switch here. Once the ignition's on, it's on a, darn it, I can't, turn the ignition switch on, you get power. I can't, a switchable power, that's what it is. This switch is on switchable power, then it runs power back there, and it's also grounded for a light and all that stuff. So let's go ahead and mount you guys up here. We'll check fuel pressure in a minute. I just want to see if it's going to fire up. And then I can adjust fuel pressure on the other side. So let's go ahead and get this key turned on. Key is on. Fuel pump is working. There we go. It's sort of running. Not very well though. Let me try to adjust the fuel pressure. Let's go ahead and try to up the fuel pressure a little bit. I'll check this a little bit later on. I got to hook it up back down in here, but I just want to see if it initially is going to run. It's really, really rich. If I close this down, it seems like I picked up idle a lot better with that all the way closed, so I have to double check the fuel pressure on it like I said. Let's see if we can take initial throttle. There we go. That's what I'm looking for right there. That's what I'm looking for right there. This, I am hopefully that cures our issue. Because I was afraid that the other one, I can't even see you guys over there. Let me point you up here a little bit. Anyways, I was hoping this would cure issue because like I said, I could hear the fuel pump start grinding to get locked up and stuff. So now I got that closed all the way off, so I probably should check the fuel pressure, but I'm gonna go ahead and take it out for a test ride and just and see if the fuel pressure is just the way it is. I definitely need to check because it's supposed to be 43 PSI. And this at minimum is 43 PSI. So that's a good part. So I'm pretty sure having that closed down like I got it should put it right at 43 PSI. It's supposed to be 42 according to the service manual, but 43 is not gonna affect it. I've seen them go up to 50, 52 psi. So I'm gonna throw the seat on this thing, and then I'll throw you guys on my helmet. We'll take a few laps. Maybe I'll throw the tripod out there somewhere. It's wet, it's been raining, so this should be really fun, because I know yesterday this thing was gnarly to ride in the dry when it would run. So let's see if this cures our problem. We'll take it out for a ride. I'll throw you guys on my helmet, and we'll see what happens. All right, I hope you guys got a good view. We'll see what's happening. I'll try not to talk too loud because the microphone is right in front of my face. So let's push this thing out of the shop here. That grip is so nasty. All right, let's get this ignition on. There we go. First gear's up. We'll just cruise nice and easy. Like I said, we do have a C41 FI code, I believe. But let's see. Oh, mud! Oh, that's a little bit of mud. Back to first. It is wet. It is nasty. Oh man, I'm screaming too. Oh, I'm gonna get nasty. I didn't even think about the driveway. Muddy as fuck. Alright, back to first. Woo, that front end is gnarly. Look at the tire shake. This thing is stupid. This thing is so stupid. Oh my god. Oh my god. Holy smokes. Let's shut this bad boy down for a minute. Whoa. I'm covered in mud. I didn't even think about it raining and getting muddy. Oh, I got to be careful because I got to open intake too, so I don't want to get anything down in there. I think it's fixed. I'm going to have to wait till I get back after the race at Laguna this week to see when it's dry how much better it runs, because dude, the on-off throttle is retarded and the tires shake so bad at speed, it's scary. You guys can see that front end shaking like it was. So I think that fuel pump definitely cured the runnability issue. Pull this helmet back off for a second so I can talk to you. Get my microphone out of here. But anyways, like I was saying, the runnability, it's not bad. It feels good, actually. It's pretty good. It's got a little dead spot on the bottom, which I kind of expected. I may be able to bump that up. I don't know if it's, excuse me, I don't know if it's too rich or too lean. I'm not going to get into all that. He's just trying to go out here and run this thing on the street. But man, I got mud on me, and that's, you know, that's why I hit the brakes going down there, because I went on the black top because I didn't want to get this thing wet because I had to open the intake. That's the scariest part. Radiator mounted pretty solidly. It's broke at the bottom bracket, but so I think we got this thing cured. So once it dries, I'll throw the GoPro out here on a stand out in the front field, do some laps around. You guys check that out, listen to it. It had to be loud as crap. I'm sure my voice is distorted in the microphone because I couldn't even hear myself talk because this thing is so loud, so loud. So hopefully we'll get some footage of that. I'll post that here at the end of the video so you guys can check that out. And again, guys, I know it's a short one. I got ahead of myself on this. I didn't think I was going to make a video on it because I just wanted to get it in and out for the guy. But I thought, you know what, this is a pretty cool deal. Let me go ahead and make a quick video. And it ended up being a multitude of things. It was definitely the secondary throttle valve wasn't adjusted right. The plugs were fouled out in this thing. You could just, the fuel pressure was crazy high. And I got this fuel pressure regulator all the way down to pretty much closed off. And the fuel pump puts out 43 PSI at minimum, so I'm pretty sure we're going to be close on that. I'll go ahead and check that off camera. I have no point running you guys through that. But again, guys, I appreciate my favorite word I can't say. Trying to get mud off me now. Guys, again, I got shirts. $25 shipped to you. Let me know if you want them. I got some tank tops for your ladies if they like one. I can get kids shirts made. I did have some hats that didn't come out very well, so got a second batch of those coming up, hopefully, and those will be 30 or 35 shipped. Let me know if you guys are interested. Comment down below. Like I said, if you got any problems with motorcycles, ATVs or UTVs, you can find me here on YouTube at Limitless Power Sports Service and Repair, and you can comment down below. I'm pretty good about getting back to you. You can hit me up at Facebook at Limitless Power Sports Service and Repair, TikTok at Limitless Power Sports Sir and Rep. You can also shoot me an email at limitlessports78@gmail.com. Again, guys, it's Limitless Power Sports Service and Repair. Poor Limitless Power Sports in Georgia keeps getting a ton of emails and phone calls. So if you need to call me, find me on Facebook. I'm not saying I got a bunch of time. If I help you out, leave a thumbs up on any of these videos. If I helped you out, if I helped you on the phone, sent you some service manuals, you guys can always leave me a super thanks. I really appreciate it because my time, it does cost me money when I'm on the phone with you guys because I'm not working in the shop. So any super thanks would be great. Any donations would be awesome. I appreciate it, guys. Again, here's some footage of me ripping this thing around the front lot, yard, whatever you want to call it out here in the dry. And then check out this video here and probably over here somewhere at the end of the dry run. We'll catch you guys on my next upload. See ya. All right, guys, so let's take this thing for a ride out here. It's been dry most of the day. Sorry if it's loud because I forgot I got my mic in my helmet here. So let's turn this thing on. Well, let's go rip it around a little bit. Just cruising this thing in. This thing is crazy. You cannot get a run anywhere. that is all you're gonna get. All right, fuel pump off, ignition off. That is it. That's all I can do on this thing. There's nowhere to ride it around here. It's insane. Insane. Too much fun. I think I'll have a blast with it on the city streets. Hopefully you can outrun the 5.0. Definitely need to get a set of front rims and probably tires for that thing to get the shaking down. And I'm out of breath from just doing that. But again, guys, thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you on my next upload. GoPro, stop recording.